Have you ever wondered where real estate developers get their money to build a new apartment building? Most of it comes from mortgage loans, but the reality is a little bit more complex. A single project may need multiple types of loans throughout its life cycle. In this video, I'm going to teach you the different types of loans used before, during, and after construction for a real estate development project. So stick around to find out. Okay, so let's find out the different types of loans you will need when you are making a real estate development project. So the first one you need, once you find the site or the land, you will need some kind of loan to purchase the land, and then you will need something for the project, to pay the architect, to pay the engineer, to pay all the studies you need to do on the site. Okay, so this one will be the pre-development loan. Okay, so for this loan, it's usually 6 to 24 months loan. Okay, usually less than 24, let's say 6 to 12. But in some cities like Dallas, permits get at least 6 months, so you will need a lot of time for this in order to make the plans and then get the permits. Actually, the first 3 loans are the pre-development, the construction, and the mini perm loan. Those 3 are bridge loan. They are called bridge loan because they are called bridge because you are not cash flowing on the property. That's the first thing. Then on the pre-development loan, this is to purchase the land and to develop all the project, the soft cost of the project, and the bank will lend you, or the lender will lend you up to the half of the project, okay, or to the half of the land. Okay, because they need more space. If you don't pay the loan, they have to sell the land again and they will not recoup the sub cost. Okay, so that's why they are lend you less in this kind of loans. And they are looking for developer experience. Maybe you have done 2 or 3 projects before that, and they are looking for a good established market, top markets, Dallas, New York, Los Angeles, top markets. Okay, then once you have the plans, once you have the permits, then you go ask for a construction loan. The second type of loan you need after the pre-dev loan is the construction loan. For construction loan, the bank will lend you from 12 to 36 months, 1 to 3 years. Okay, same thing as pre-dev loan. It's interest only loan. Okay, it's a bridge loan. This time the bank will lend you for the land and the building. You can pay off the seller of the land with this loan, and then you can use the rest of the money to build the project. Okay, so the lender will lend you up to 70% loan to value. Okay, some banks will lend you for 100% of the cost of the project. So that means land plus building cost. Okay, so that means you only need money for the soft cost. Okay, but they will never usually lend you for more than 70% of loan to value. So that's the cost, the market cost of the project once it's finalized. Okay, once it's cash flowing. Okay, so for this, the bank is looking for developer experience, and they are looking for a good market, top market like Dallas, New York, Los Angeles. They are looking also, and this helps you is if you have not many experience, maybe you only have 1 project, or maybe you don't have any project. And for example, if you are developing a condo project, what will help you is pre-sales. So if you pre-sold many units on that condo, maybe 70% or 50% of the units, that will help you with the bank. If you are building a project that that you will rent out, that you will lease out. Maybe you can pre-lease the project, for example, a flex building. Okay, if you have pre-lease commitments with some companies, that will help you with the bank to finance this construction for this project. So after you have the building, you purchase the land, then you build the project. Now you have to rent it out, okay? But most banks, they don't want to finance properties that are not cash flowing. At least they finance, but with a higher interest. And this is called the bridge mini perm loan. Because the property is not already cash flowing, they will charge you a higher interest rate. So we are talking the first quarter of 2026, we are talking maybe 8-10%. You need 12 to 36 months to stabilize this project. What does it mean to stabilize? That means you have at least 90 or 95% of occupancy on this building, okay? And you have at least 12 months of cash flowings of T12, okay? So for that you need this loan, because you need this T12, so that means 1 whole year of cash flowing with the property rented out at the 95% occupancy. So you need this loan for 12 to 36 months, okay? So this loan, it's usually also interest only, as all the other bridge loans, okay? And this is for construction refinance. You will not build something else, but instead you will refinance the construction, because the construction has higher interest rates, okay? Interest rates go higher from here up to the perm, which are lower interest rates. So you are refinancing for lower interest rates, okay? Same thing, 70% loan to value, okay? Then the bank or the lender, they will look for a top market. The asset value has to be good value, and also developer experience, because you carry some kind of risk here, okay? It's not the same as the construction or the pre-development risk, but you hold some risk because you have a property that is vacant, it's not cash flowing, okay? And you have to pay the loan, so you have some risk here, okay? So they are looking usually for developer experience here, but usually if you have some pre-leases here, like from the stages before this, that will help you to get this loan. Usually, also another thing is, usually construction loans convert to mini perm or bridge loans, okay? That goes in the same thing, in the same package, okay? So after you stabilize the property, you have at least a T12, you know, a financial statement for 12 to 24 months or 36 months, depending on the bank. Then you can show financial statements to the bank, and then they can lend you a perm loan, okay? So these perm loans are 5 to 10 years, okay, term. Most of, for example, on industrial, on the small buildings, most of the what they call shallow bay buildings, these are loans that are held on the financial statements of the bank or on their portfolios. So they hold it from 5 to 10 years, but they usually amortize it larger on a larger timeline, like maybe 20, maybe 30 years. So that means you have to pay a balloon payment at the end of the term. So at the 5th year, you have to pay a big balloon payment. So either you sell the property or you refinance, okay? Then you have, here it's not a bridge loan because you are cash flow in the property. So here you are paying the amortization for the capital. You are also paying interest, and you are paying the capital, okay? So you are amortizing the loan. This is for this loan refinance, okay? You want lower rates and you will refinance the bridge loan, okay? And this time they will lend you up to 80%. Of course, I don't recommend to leverage too much the properties, because if something goes wrong, you can be underwater, okay? If the properties go down, the price of the properties go down, or your vacancies go higher, you may be in a situation where you have to pay more and you don't have the money, okay? So you better refine. For my projects, I usually have a loan to value of less than 50%, okay? But they will lend you, depending on the situation, up to 80% loan to value, okay? So this is good. This also depends on the interest rates you have. If you have low interest rates, you can leverage more, okay? You have to think you are in more risk, because if interest rates go higher, your property will go down in value. For these loans, the bank will look for the cash flow. That's the number one thing they will look for the cash flow, and then for the tenant credit, okay? It's not the same risk for the bank. A AAA tenant like Starbucks, okay, like Chipotle's, McDonald's, like a mom and pop business, they prefer to lend that have AAA credit tenants. And then they always look for a good market, for top markets. That doesn't mean you can try to finance projects in a secondary market, but usually that goes financed by small banks or small lenders or specialized lenders. So most banks will prefer top markets, okay? So in the next whiteboard, I'm gonna show you how all these loans look like in an example for a real estate development. Let's find out how much interest will cost you throughout a real estate development project. So we have here a 5 million flex building development project. So that means when we sell this building, it will cost, the market value will be 5 million, okay? So that's the only number we need. Then the cost of the land. We are purchasing 1 acre of land for $500,000, and then the construction cost will be 2 million. Soft cost, that means architectural design, engineering, and studies and permits with the city, $250,000, okay? So first, let's find out how much we will pay for interest. We take the pre-debt loan. So usually, as I mentioned, this is the more risk for the bank. So those are the highest interest. Will be this time around 14%, maybe more, maybe a little bit less, but let's say 14%. Then the term for this loan, we are going to take 1 year, because we need some time for the design and then some time for the permits, okay? And the loan to value, the bank is lending us 50% of the cost of the land, okay? So that means we are getting 250,000, okay? So in 1 year, we are paying only for interest $35,000 for the pre-dev loan. Then after we get the loans, we get the plans and all the permits, we go with the bank again or with other bank, and we get a construction loan with a 12% interest rate. This time, again, it's 1 year, but this time they are going to lend us for the 100% of the cost of the project, okay? Because they ask you for 70% of the loan to value of the project, and since we have a project that will cost 5 million, that means 3.5 million, but they will not lend us more than 100% of the construction cost. So that means only the building plus the land. So that is 2.5 million for the construction cost plus the land. We are taking this loan and we are paying $300,000 for interest in this 1 year period for 12% interest. Okay, so now we finished the construction, but we need to rent it out. We need to stabilize the property. So we go again with the bank and ask for a mini perm bridge loan. So this time we are stepping down on the interest rate. You see, 14, 12, 9% this time. So 9% again, and we need 1 year because this time we are gonna show the financials to many banks, and they are going to give us a perm loan, which is the next step. But this time we need only 1 year. Okay, we need to stabilize the property, and they are refinancing the construction loan we had before. So they are refinancing the 2.5 million at 9%, and then we are paying through 1 year a little bit less than in the construction loan. We are paying 250,000. Okay, so after the third year, we go again with the bank with the final loan, with the perm loan, because we are already stabilized at 95% of the vacancy, of the occupancy on the building, and we have 1 year of cash flow statements. Okay, so this time we go shop with many banks, and we got a 7% interest rate loan for 10 years. Okay, 10-year loan. This will be amortized through 20 years, and it's 80% of the value. Okay, so we got 4 million. Okay, so we can cut the 4 million and then pay the construction loan, and with the rest we keep it or we give it to our investors. Okay, so the interest we will be paying through 10 years will be 2.8 million. Okay, but this interest is not very important for the calculation of the bridge loans, because bridge loans are only the first 3 loans. That's the calculations on our profits as developers. Okay, so what's the total interest we pay for the bridge loans? First one, 35,000. Second one, 300,000, the construction loan. And then the last one, the mini perm, 250,000. So we are paying total for the bridge loans a little bit more than $500,000, $585,000. Okay, so how much money are we making in this project, including the interest? Okay, so the project is 5 million. Less 2 million we pay for the construction for the building, and less $500,000 we pay for the land, and less 250K we pay for the soft cost. Okay, and finally less the interest rates, the interest we pay for the bridge loans. Okay, so we end up with $1.66 million. So it's roughly 33% or 1/3 of return of investment. Okay, through all these 3 years. Okay, so not bad. What do you think? In this video, I teach you the different types of loans you can use to finance a real estate development project. What other ways you know to finance a real estate development project? Maybe investors, maybe creative finance? Leave your opinion on the comments. Thank you for watching the full video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Really helps me a lot. And if you want to keep watching my videos, hit the subscribe button. That way you will receive a notification every time I upload a new video. If you want to invest in commercial real estate, but maybe you don't have the time or maybe the money to start with, you can join my exclusive investor club. My investors start investing from $20,000 US, and you know what's the best of it? I manage everything. It's totally stress-free. You can click on the link on the description below, and that way you will receive an email every time I find an investment opportunity for you. Thank you for reaching this point. I will see you on the next one. But first, I will leave you with two more videos here.